What's up, guys? Rev the Red Line here. I am tired. I spent the whole day yesterday fishing and drinking and getting a lot of sun. I caught this bad boy right here. That was pretty cool. But now I'm paying the price for it today. I'm a little hungover and sunburnt and don't feel that great, but thought I'd do a vlog. So just got back from doing a big memorial ride. It was about 150 riders. Pretty cool experience. It's memorial for the guy I was telling you guys about in that vlog that died about a month ago. Good time. CHP was out in full force. There's about 4 or 5 guys on the ride, if not more, that got pulled over and were ticketed. Sad thing is that we were riding really normal. I mean, it's actually a pretty kickback cruising speed, and the CHP were still after us. Wonder if it maybe has to do with the end of the month quota, but who knows. We even had a helicopter following us, which was pretty crazy. But yeah, that was fun. It was a little hard to do though for being hungover and sunburnt. I think those two things are a horrible combination. Sunburnt and hungover is not fun. But I wanted to talk about 2 things today. First one is going to be a slight pet peeve I have. And that pet peeve is when people buy a really nice, expensive, fast sports car and they drive it really slow. Drives me insane. And you know, I could think of a number of times where I'll see, you know, a Ferrari or a Porsche. Just recently I saw this Porsche and he purposely tried to avoid me. I don't know if it was because he thought I was going to try to race him or what, but you know, I'm not going to try to race him, but it'd be nice to see what horsepower he's got, you know? Give it some gas, have some fun with it. But I think there's 2 types of people that buy sports cars. There's the ones like myself, if I can afford a nice fast car, that get it because I love horsepower, I like riding fast, and it's something I've always enjoyed. And then there's category 2 that buy it because it's all about status, and they want, you know, people to look at him and go, oh wow, that dude's rich, he's got money, he's cool. Category 2 is pretty lame. Now don't get me wrong, it's pretty cool if a hot chick pulls up next to you and you're in a Lamborghini or even a awesome CBR 600RR. But that shouldn't be the only reason why you get something. There's been several times I've seen, you know, I had this Ferrari come up next to me and I just went up next to him just to see what he had, and he would not budge. And then I follow him down this road forever and he's going like 35 miles an hour, and it just doesn't make sense to me why you would buy that car and drive it like you're 87 years old. I mean, it's just kind of a waste of money to me. I'll see Ferraris, I'll see Lamborghinis, I'll see Porsches, and they're going the speed limit, if not under, and it just blows my mind, man. But you guys get that a lot where you're living? You guys have people buying super fast cars, but they drive them like they're a grandma or a grandpa? You know, here's another way I look at it is, if I'm rich enough to where I can afford a Lamborghini or a Ferrari, I can afford, what's this guy doing? If I'm rich enough, yeah, go wave. But yeah, if I'm rich enough to afford a Lamborghini or a Ferrari, I'm rich enough to take a ticket. Now, by no means am I saying that they should be driving like idiots or drag racing or even racing. They don't have to race, but man, pick up the speed. Use up some of that horsepower. Just such a waste of money. There's plenty of other cars you can get that aren't sports cars that can still give you your status that you might be looking for. But if you get a fast car, drive it fast. What do you guys think? You guys agree with me? Does it bug you? I mean, really, some of you guys might say, hey, that's none of your business, mister. That's their car and they could do whatever they want with it. And you're right. But it still bugs me. So, topic number 2. I'm going to tell you after I go to my local health food shop here at Jimbo's. That's right, trying to stay healthy. So yeah, I'll finish that topic after I go get some nuts and berries and some cool crap like that. All right, I'm back. So curious, when you guys go places on your bike, do you keep your helmet on when you go into stores? When I first started riding, I kept my helmet on all the time when I'd go into, whatever, a liquor store, or, I'd probably take it off for a grocery store or something, but then somebody told me that it's actually a felony to go into any place of business with having your helmet on, which I thought was pretty crazy. But the more I thought about it, it actually makes sense. You probably shouldn't be going in with a helmet on covering your full face, because it's a very easy way to do a robbery. So ever since I heard that, I stopped wearing my helmet inside of stores, just for that one reason. Now, it's a major pain in the ass, because especially if you're just going in to pick something up really quick, and you gotta take off your helmet, you gotta take off your earphones, you gotta do all that stuff. But I also don't want to have some cops called on me for somebody thinking I'm trying to do an attempted robbery. My other topic that I wanted to talk about was oil changes. And now, I usually do my own oil. I've done it ever since I've owned a motorcycle. I'll just do it myself. It saves me, for what I thought was a ton of money. And, it's actually really easy to do. It's nothing like a car. It's just such an easy job to take care of. But there are some things that are kind of a pain in the ass. Those being, having to get rid of the oil and taking off your fairing. And, there's a lot of side jobs you gotta do. Not saying it's hard to do, but it's just kind of a pain in the ass. So I recently called my local Honda mechanic, and I was just curious, and I asked him how much they would charge me to do an oil change. And they quoted me $60. And I did the math, and when I buy the materials for my oil change, the oil filter and oil and all that good stuff, it cost me about $50. So, actually, to back up a little, they originally told me the oil change would be $70. I decided to go for it because $20 worth of labor was actually sounded pretty good to me. And when I showed up, they total came to $60. So I'm like, damn, $10 to do my oil. So from here on out, I am no longer going to do my own oil change. I know how to do it. I got the experience on that, but for $10, I will pay that any day to save me the hassle of having to do my own oil change. And I will give a shout out if you guys think that's extra cheap, and if you by chance live in the San Diego area, check out Escondido Cycle Center. They're the ones who are doing it for me. They do it to Honda specs, and they're actually a really cool shop. They've always taken really good care of me, especially in the service department. So check them out, Escondido Cycle Center. No, they're not paying me for this. I just feel it's the right thing to do to give them a shout out for how well they've taken care of me. So yeah, I gotta say it's a pretty damn good deal. $10 in labor to do my oil change. Only makes sense to take advantage of that. What do you guys think? You guys do it yourself? How much does your local bike shop charge you for an oil change? I'd be curious. Because I want to say before I heard, you know, the average price for an oil change at a bike shop's like 150 bucks. And if that was the case, I definitely would do my own oil. It only makes sense. Heck, if it was 100 bucks, I'd do my own oil. But 60 bucks, I can't go wrong. All right, guys. Well, anyways, that's my vlog. And until next time.
Loose ends, tying a noose in the back of my mind. If you thought that